Hey YouTube, welcome back to another video. So today's Saturday. I just got up not too long ago. And I had a guy message me on Facebook because I posted the ram air hood, the red ram air hood for the Grand Am. I posted it for sale. And I had a guy hit me up wanting to buy it. I had it posted for $250. And he offered me $200. So I was like, yeah, I could do $200. And then he sent me a picture of his car. And it's a black 2-door coupe, 99. Like, same exact car as what the black hood came off of. So I was like, hey, I have this black hood. It's really nice, but I want $400 for that hood. And so he offered me $350. So I'm about to go over to the storage and go meet him, let him look at the hood, decide if he wants the red one or the black one. And hopefully I can sell a hood today. So I'm about to head over there in the 07. Hopefully I can sell one of these hoods and make some money today. So that's where I'm headed. So I'm about to get on the road and head over here, and I'll give you guys another update once I make it over to the storage. Alright y'all, so I've been over here at the storage for a couple hours, and dude that's coming to get the hood, his name is Garrett. He just messaged me and said he'll be here in about 10 minutes. But yeah, for like the last 20 minutes or so, I've just been killing time skateboarding. Ooh, that was close. I'm trying to get my manuals back. Whew. Such a workout. But I'll give you guys another update once he gets here, and yeah, go sell this hood. So y'all stay tuned. I had to do one more. Touch the tail. That's cool though. Whew. Alright y'all. I'm out of breath. I'm gonna rest for a minute till he gets here. And I'll give you guys another update. Alright you guys, well, Mr. Garrett just left. The hood is gone. He helped me get it unbolted, and we wrapped it up in some blankets and put it in the bed of his truck, and he's off. So the black hood is gone, so that means I'm gonna be going back to the red hood unless I can find another black one that's in good condition. So I'm gonna keep an eye out. It's about 2:30 or so, so I think I'm gonna lock up the storage and head over to the house and grab David, and I think we're gonna go out to the salvage yard and just go walk around and see what they have, because David was wanting to go this morning, but I didn't wake up until like 11, and because it's Saturday, you know, had to sleep in some. But yeah, he was wanting to go. I was kind of wanting to go. I just woke up later than I wanted to. And then about the time I got over to David's house, we was about to leave. And then Garrett texted me and said he was on the way for the hood. So we ended up not going. So I think I'm going to get all this locked up and head back over to the house. And I'll give you guys another update. Alright y'all, so I'm headed over to Danny's right now. I'm just right down the street. I just just messaged David to see if he just wants to meet me over. So, just want to give you all an update, let you guys know I'm headed over. So, I'm going to wait for this red light to turn green and give you guys a little pull. Man, I can't wait to have this thing tuned and on E85. She's gonna be such a fucking ripper. Going in? Oh, you're parking there? Alright, well I just got here, so I'm about to see what David said, and I'll give you guys another update. Alright y'all, so David messaged me back and said the 97's out of gas. So I just looked around, I ended up finding a fuse box. They only had 2 Grand Prix, both were 04s, but both of them had fog lights. So I was able to get a fuse box for the fog lights. So hopefully the car will still start up every time like it has been the last couple days. And I'll actually have my fog lights back. So I am just left. I am headed back over to the house so I can go meet up with David. And probably gonna go get some stuff swapped around, get this fuse box swapped around, and get my new fog light bulbs installed and make sure everything's working properly. So y'all stay tuned, and I'll give you guys another update once I make it back over here to the house. Alright y'all, so I just made it to the house. About to pop the hood. Fan's still running. So let me pop the trunk so I can show you all my finds. So got me the correct fuse box. Had to cut some wires to get it out of the car. And then I got, these are both Grand Am fog lights for my mom. And this is the Grand Prix one because the guy that bought the hood, I gave him one of my old bulbs. So I just got this just as an extra bulb. And then I also got another silver Grand Am plate filler because I sold one and it had holes drilled in it and shit, and I sold it for 10 bucks, and the guy was talking about fixing it, and I got this one, and I think they only charged me like 2 bucks for it. So let's see, 18 for the fuse box, $3.62 for the front trim, and then $2.40 for the 3 pigtails, wire harnesses. Not bad. So 33 bucks for everything. I think it was worth $20 for the fuse box, if that's gonna fix my issue and let me keep my fog lights and all that. So I know David messaged me back just a minute ago and said that he really wants to go up there. So I'm thinking about just letting the 06 or the 07 cool off and just grabbing the tools out the trunk, taking the 06, and we can just go back up there, and it's just $2 for him to get in because I've already been there. So I think we're going to just grab these tools real quick. I'm just going to take the tools and get this stuff going. So y'all stay tuned, and I'll give you guys another update once we make it over to David's. Alright you guys, well, we ended up not going back to the salvage yard, and my buddy David did finally come by, but he said he had to go back to the house to watch his grandma because his mom was leaving. So no big deal. I decided to pop the hood and start swapping out this fuse box. So this is the one I just got from the salvage yard today. I went ahead and pulled all the fuses out except for those 2 spares. And this is the original fuse box. The original supercharged one with the fog lights that came in the car. Now, one thing I noticed is this one says PC. And this one I got from the salvage yard says PW. This one that I have in here now says WF. Because this is the matching cap to this fuse box. So, I'm not really sure what the difference in all these are. But, I know that by having the backs off of both of them, that this one does not have this very top right prong, and this one does. And then also right here on the second plug, it does not have this prong right there by the C, but this one does. And that goes into right by these 2 relays right here. So that's a couple differences there. The one up here, it's right at the spare fuse. As you can see, it just goes right through. And then on that one has both the prongs. It doesn't show all the way through. So not really sure what that's for. It's just for a spare. So I don't think that one's really going to matter. Now this one here, it's for relays. So not really sure if that one's going to matter. There was one other one I seen that was not exactly the same. Oh, this one here. Right there. This one has the prong right under that bolt. And this new one, it's missing the prong right under that bolt. And that one goes to that prong right there. So I'm not 100% sure what that is for, so I don't know if that's going to make a difference in anything. And the bottom ones, I think, are both the same. From what I've seen, I haven't seen any that looked different. So I think the bottom plug is identical, but I found one difference in all the other plugs between both fuse boxes. So I'm going to try to go ahead and get this one in, make sure everything works. And I'm just going to have to pull all the fuses and relays out of this fuse box, pop into this new one. That way I'll just keep all these in the original, so I know which one's the original. And then I'll still just keep this one as a backup because it does run the car. I just don't have fog lights. So, but other than that, everything else works great. Sunroof still works, heat and AC work. The car starts up every time. Like, it's really fixed the crank no start issue by swapping out this fuse box. So there is definitely something wrong with this fuse box, with these this lower relay right there where that fuse is missing under the 15, and in that corner there's a relay. That's all the fuel pump and fueling stuff. And that, I don't know if it was between that or if it was between that ground, but I know even after I fixed the ground, it started right up and it ran great, but then it wouldn't start the next day. And then since I've swapped the fuse box, it hasn't not started one time. And I've been driving it for the last couple days. So I don't know. I definitely need to go pull the 42.5s off the Grand Am engine and swap those back on here, so that way it's not running super rich. But other than that, like, she drives great down the highway. She drives great going up to the store. So I'm not having any other issues besides it's just running super rich. And I don't want to damage the engine, so I need to do that pretty quickly. So I'm probably going to have to go back over to the storage and take some of the tools with me. But I want to go ahead and get this swapped out so that way it's done. And the injectors, that can be another video. So I guess I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the battery, start getting this fuse box pulled out of here, and swapping all the fuses and relays over, and then I'll get this fuse box installed, and we'll see if everything works. And if everything works and fog lights kick on, I'll go ahead and get the new LED fog lights installed, so that way everything will be LED. and we'll be in the game. So, but if I'm having issues with anything else because of these prongs missing in every plug, then I might just have to swap it back to this one. Or once I get this one out, I might compare it to this one and just see how they look. See if that one's missing these prongs that this one's missing. And if that one's missing it, then it should be no big deal. But if that fuse box has it and this one don't, then it might be an issue. So I don't know, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the battery and get this fuse box out, and then I'll give you guys another update. Okay, YouTube, so I've got the fuse box that I just replaced back out. Battery's disconnected. So this is the fuse box that was just installed. That's been in the car for the last couple days, and it's been doing perfectly fine. And so if I look at it, this top right prong, it has it. As that this new one with fogs is missing. Let's compare. So this bottom one, it was that C tab is gone. That one has it. This one is that one missing right there. This one has it. And the bottom one I think was the same. And this one looks like it's the same. But all the other ones are missing. So it's pretty much, this is the original fuse box. And so pretty much this fuse box that I had in here, which is the WF one, pretty much has, it's like the exact same as the original, which is like PC, I think is what it said. Okay, so this is the original. This is the one I just had in there. Other than that, this one has it. This one has it. The one here, it has C. This one has C. This one has the prong here. This one has the prong here. And the two bottom ones are pretty much identical. So, in every other aspect except for the fog lights, these are identical. So, I need to find another one that has the PC on it. But, I don't know, I guess I'm going to try to install this other new one and see what happens. But I really don't know. I mean, I want to have fog lights, but at the same time I want everything else in the car to work. So I don't know, I guess I'm going to go ahead and try to put some fuses and relays in here and swap this around, and I'll give you guys another update and let you know if it works or not. Alright you guys, so this is the original fuse box out of the car. This is the one I just had in the car that I just pulled out. And this is the one I got today that has fog lights. So, the only difference I could find between them, besides the prongs on the bottom side, was this relay here. So as you can see, I just left everything in this fuse box. I just swapped my high power relays over to this one because that's for my fuel pump, the AC compressor, and just other things that I want to have high power. So the only difference I could find was how this fuse box here has this 4-prong. And as you can see, it's got 4 prongs. Goes right there. Well, this one doesn't, it only has the 4 there. It doesn't have the extra one in the middle. Or I guess this is 5-prong, my bad. No, it's still 4-prong. It's just different. I don't know, see this one, it's got, this fuse box has the exact same setup. But on this one it doesn't. So I'm just having to use a regular relay, and I'm gonna try it and hope that everything works. I've checked all the fuses as I put them in out of my pile. I dumped out the cup, went through them all, and I've just been kind of double checking all of them before I put them in to make sure that they're good and they're not blown. All these up here all came out of this fuse box. Most of these relays came out of this fuse box, the original. And that way I can keep this one how it was as I pulled it out, except for a couple of relays I swapped around. But that way, in case I do have an issue, everything's still in this fuse box. Now, I'm really not sure if this is going to work. But other than that, everything seems to be the same, except for both the fuse box I just pulled out and this original both have these two holes that can take a fuse, but it shows that there's nothing that goes there on the lid. And that box is the same way. It shows nothing goes there. This one, it doesn't even have the holes. So I'm not really for sure what the difference is there, other than just the prongs for that one relay. Everything else looks exactly the same. So I don't know, I guess I'm going to go ahead and get this thing installed back in this car and hook everything back up and see if I have fog lights, and then I'll give you guys another update just as soon as I can. So y'all stay tuned. Alright, you guys, so I've got the other fuse box installed, and so like I was talking about this relay, I guess it has something to do with the headlights, because whenever I hook the battery up, the headlights come on. But then they were just going off. But they just stay on. The low beams just stay on. Which is weird. A few minutes ago, they would like come on and go off. And then I turn the key on. I have no headlights. I'd have brights and fogs. The fog lights are working. But there's something to do with this relay is making it to where now my low beams are not working correctly. Fuses are good. Everything else is good. The relay's good. It's just something inside the fuse box. One of those plugs being different, or it's got to be about this relay not using that like this one with this weird prong. So there's something to do with that. So I guess I'm gonna end up putting this fuse box back in, and because the headlights were working, and I would rather have regular headlights and not have fog lights than have fog lights and not have low beams. So I can't drive around with just high beams. That's been my issue on the 06. So I'm going to swap the fuse boxes back around. That's exactly why I wanted to leave all the fuses and relays in this one. I'll just have to swap around these, the high power relays that I put into this one. So other than that, everything else will be fine. I'm still going to keep this one, and I'm just going to have to keep them in the trunk, and eventually I'll figure something out. I don't know, maybe I'll just have to run the fog lights on a wire or something. I'm not for sure. Maybe I can jump a wire into the in-between, like the fuse or something, and run the wire down there to give the fog lights power. I'm not for sure, but I'll figure something out eventually. But so I was on Facebook Marketplace, and I seen a guy in Kansas. He's got a 2000 Pontiac Bonneville SSEI that runs and drives. Everything's good with it. It just has no title. And he had it posted for $500, and I asked him if he would take $350, which is the money I got from selling the black hood off the Grand Am today. And he said, right now, yes. Tomorrow, it becomes a demolition car. And I was like, well, send me your address. And so I'm waiting for him to respond. Send him a picture of the money. So hopefully, like, that would be a cool deal. So if I can drive down there, get it, throw, $20 in gas in it, drive back, and, have my buddy, one of my buddies go with me, either Tommy or David. I'm not sure if David wants to go. He just went home and he said he was tired. So I've already messaged Tommy. He hasn't replied back yet, but this other guy with the Bonneville hasn't replied back yet either with his address. So I was kind of, working on this, and I was about to start swapping the fuse box, and he just messaged me back, and said right now yes, tomorrow it's a derby car, and so I'm hoping he messages me back, because I'd really like to go get it, especially if there's nothing wrong with the engine and transmission. Like, it's a perfect donor car. And I know Tommy would love to have the whole drivetrain, but I mean, I'm not buying it for him. Maybe if he wants to, you know, give me like $450 or something, I can make a little profit, then I'll sell it to him. But I don't know, I think it would be a good donor definitely for an engine, a trans, wire harness. That'd be a good donor for the 97 if David wanted to get it. I don't know. It could be a lot of things, but it's definitely going to be a good engine and a good trans. And I mean, it can't be bad having a spare good engine and trans. So that's kind of the thought with that. And it's a car that runs and drives. So even though it doesn't have a title, maybe I can do like Title 42 or something, get a title for it, and actually daily it. That'd be cool. So I don't know. I guess I'm gonna start picking everything up, because I'm kind of getting, like, I really want to go get this car. It's already going on 8 o'clock, so I'm really hoping he messages me back. So I guess I'm gonna pick all this stuff up and hope he messages me back and try to go get this car, and I'll give you guys another update. Alright, you guys, so it is about 12:30. Been driving for 3 hours and 45 minutes. Still got about 30 minutes to go. The 06 is doing great. We're almost there to get the Bonneville SSEI. So I'll give you guys another update once we make it. Alright, you guys, so made it out here. Car fired right up. All the tires are like new. Runs great. Everything works. It does need some lower intake manifold gaskets, but other than that, it's a nice car and it runs good. So yeah, the blower motor in the 06 just kind of stopped working. Yeah, we're just putting some gas in and cleaning off all this shit off the windshield and the back windshield and on the windows. And then probably gonna wipe it down with that windshield washer thing, and then we'll be hitting the road 4 hours back home. So y'all wish us luck. And so yeah, and remember what I said earlier about Tommy might want it? Yeah, before, like, right as we left, he's already like, hey, how much you want for the motor? Like, but yeah, it's man, I like them exhaust tips too. It's nice. I like the snowflake wheels. Dude, these snowflake wheels go for like $500.
Get that in the video.
But yeah, it's a pretty nice looking car. So
I get a lot of hits.
all right, you guys. I think I'm about to wipe this thing down and we're gonna hit the road. So y'all stay tuned. All right, you guys. Well, we got her. He's right in front of me. She got up to speed, no problem. He started leaving me. We're running 75, so we got 4-hour drive ahead of us. But I'll keep you guys updated and let you know how it goes. Y'all stay tuned. Hey YouTube. Alright, so it's like almost 4 o'clock in the morning right now. We still got about another hour and a half left until we make it back, but we're over halfway back. We're cruising, running 80. Trans temps at 147. You can see the coolant temp. It's been there about the whole trip, all the way out there and all the way back. It's like 45 or 50 degrees outside. But man, Bonneville's right up there. She's running great. Tommy said she drives good, so the 06 is doing great. I haven't had any issues. Fingers crossed. She's doing good. So I'll give you guys another update when whenever we make it back to the house here in about an hour and a half, hour 40 minutes. So y'all stay tuned. All right, you guys. So we're about 45 minutes away from the house. Had to take a restroom break, but man, she looks so good. Got to get some gas. Honey, I was counting out change so I could have enough gas because I was not going to make it home. And if I did, I was going to be running on fumes. Huh? 91. Oh, it's alright, you can do 87. It's just got to make it to the house, so as long as you're not getting into boost, it's not really that big a deal. Yeah, he said the heater's not blowing hot. Oh, man. Oh, well.
Look at it.
Oh, I mean, fuck, shit happens. Like, it's a $350 car, bro. Like, well, damn, there's change all over in the floor. So there's change all over in the floor. I probably could have put another $1 in gas. Well, there's dimes and there's 50s, there's 75 cents sitting right there. Laugh Out Loud 4-movie collection.
In there?
Sounds like it. Hells yeah. Well, that's what's up. Hell yeah, it's gonna get all gone through. Oh, there's another quarter. Oh yeah. I'll make a couple dollars back out of it. Fire's right up. Look at that. 206,000 miles. Yeah, it's got to be something up with the... Oh, damn, there's a bunch of silver in the door. There's like 3 more quarters right there. Yeah, there's at least $2 or $3 in here.
Put that shit in gas.
Oh, I should be able to make it now, so...
Yeah, I'm back at the quarter.
Alright. Alright, you guys. I'll holler at you whenever we make it to the house. Alright, y'all. We made it home. There's the 06, there's the parts cars, the 07, and there's the Bonneville. I've seen this thing flapping going down the highway. But shit, other than that, like, it seemed to run good, and shit, he left my ass. At one point, I was running like 110 and passed him, and then he came back and passed me, so I already know this thing will move. I said I was doing like 100 to 110, and you came by and passed my ass, so I was like, I already know this thing will move.
I was at like 115.
But hell yeah. Shit, them lights are bright as fuck, too.
Are they?
Hell yeah, he was behind me just coming from Quick Trip, and
Yeah.
but yeah, shit, we was like 5 minutes away, right a couple miles down the road, and I fucking ran out of gas on the highway. So luckily I got to start back up, and we went to Quick Trip and picked out like $3 and change out of the Bonneville and went and put it in gas. It was almost a gallon, but it was enough to get the 06 home. So it's completely on E right now.
Paint them bitches all black.
Yeah, I know these are those snowflake wheels. Like I was saying, these go for like $600, $500-600. Just clean them up, get all that brake dust and shit off of them. Get them all nice and shiny and just clear them. Yeah, that tire there looks low.
Yeah. They need struts.
Oh, I bet.
And transmission slipping a little bit.
Yeah, he
But
did.
only-
He
only-
did say it was a couple quarts low on fluid.
I mean, it didn't really start slipping until we got here, really.
Well, it happens.
Shit.
Could have been getting hot too. You never know. But all right, guys, car's home. It's been one hell of a day. So I think I'm about to go crash. So it's gonna be it for this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for the next one, and I'll catch you guys later.